Now let's look at rentals and how you can handle them. There are two different ways to handle rentals. We'll go into menu maintenance first. And you'll see I've already put a category in the database called rentals. And I have two in there, rentals China and rentals. And I've already put some items in here. And let's say I'm a restaurant or banquet facility and I'm just doing daily events. Or I might have, separate meeting rooms and so forth. And let's say that I have three 35 millimeter projectors. I would put an inventory count of 3 here. And when I add these to orders for a particular day, let's say next Wednesday, I can add 3 to different events. And when I tried to add the 4th, then the system would tell me that I was out of inventory. It would still let you go ahead and add that item, but it would just let you know that you don't have the inventory. And if that's kind of the extent of your rentals, then you can use that capability, simply that. If, however, you have a large quantity of inventory and the rentals are for multiple days, then you want to use the rental information function down here. In this case, I'll pick the supplier, Capital City Banquets. That's our company, Capital City Banquets. And we put an inventory count of 500 in here. Let's say we purchased another 100. So now we have 600. Oops, 600. And their price per is $5. So we'll update the supplier. If Raise Rentals also has those items, and you just order them from Raise Rentals, and Caterpro will give you a sheet that's specific for the things that you ordered with Raise Rentals, if you wish. And let's say that Raise Rentals charges $5.50 for that same item. And you see here they have a different rental ID number. You just click on Update Supplier, and now you have Capital City Banquets has an inventory count of 600. Raise Rentals, you don't know, and perhaps don't even care, as long as they always satisfy your requirements. And it's 50 cents more to get them from Raise Rentals. And so that's how you would put rentals in the menu maintenance function. And now let's look at applying those rental items to a order. In this case, we'll go to the global dinner here, double click that, bring up the event, and we'll just take a quick look at the order. You can see there are no rental items on the order right now. So we'll go to the rental order function, and let's say we know we're going to supply the tables. So we're going to put 5 10-foot rounds, 5 8-foot rounds, and again, don't call me on the counts. And then we'll save that. And now if we look at the order, we'll see that we now have rental items, 5 10-foot rounds, 5 8-foot rounds. Now let's say that we're going to get the chairs from Raise Rentals. And we click on Raise Rentals, and we add 50 chairs here. And then click Save. And now if we look at the order, we'll see that we now have 50 chairs from supplier number 5. And those have been priced. And now we can print the order, and we'll see that we have a sheet that's showing that we need 10-foot rounds and 8-foot rounds coming from Capital City Banquets. And then we'll see that we need 50 chairs coming from Raise Rentals. And if we had placed any notes about the event location, then those notes would have been printed on the form here. You would do that, for example, if you went to site information. And in this case, it was set up as the Valley Room, but this could as well have been the Elks Lodge. Okay, and you could put the address, the city, state, zip, contact, name, telephone numbers, notes, any directions, and so forth here. Then you can save this template so that anytime you select a location in the setup screen that was Elks Lodge, then that information would automatically be brought into this event. You wouldn't have to type the directions in and so forth for your driver or for the rental company and so forth. And so that's how the information would have been filled in if this were a location other than a room at our facility. And now we'll look at some of the reports that you can get that relate to rentals. Here we would see the rentals that are out, and here's the time periods that they're out and when they're due. And once these have been checked back in, then of course they would be dropped from this list. The other thing you can see from here is the suppliers, and these you added in using the suppliers function, which I hadn't showed you yet in Caterpro. And you can also get a report that shows the menu items that the suppliers have. And here's what Capital City Banquets provides, and here's what Ray's Rentals provides.